वैराग्यविद्या निजभक्तियोगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराण श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य शरीरधारी कृपाम्बुदीर्य तमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणम् वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Warm welcome everyone in the study of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So today we'll continue our study from chapter 18 and text 26 onwards. Now, Krishna consciousness, no? All of us, and this is undeniable, and this is something we cannot escape also. What? We all carry an element of fear. All of us. It is fear that either we are motivated by fear to do something, or it is fear which comes in the way. Hmm. But we all are heavily fearful of fear. Hmm. Not death as such so much. Uh, Death is what? Just change of body. But more heavy than death is this fear that what will happen after death. Hmm. And the fear is what? How will, first for myself, how will I cope? Uh, what will happen to me after that? Uh, It's like, suppose you leave the home. You leave the home carrying some money also with you, carrying mobile phone as well and all. And then you know, okay, in 4 hours time, I'm going to go inside a jungle, or I'm going to get kidnapped, and I'm going to get lost. Hmm. I'm going to get lost. Like, say, I'm going to take a flight from India to America via Middle East, and I'm going to get stuck in Middle East because of some reasons. Maybe my passport gets lost, or some problem comes. What will we feel? This certainly this question will come in our heads. What will happen to me now? Uh, If I get lost in a jungle, say. Although cash, I know all the cash will be taken away from me. Will cheat me, Sam. Someone will take my mobile phone. Everything will be taken away. So, what will happen to me? And I will be so scared, so fearful, and can see this coming. Another is, okay, I get uh, cheated of my items, and I get lost. Then what will happen to them who are dependent on me, like parents, children, husbands, partners, wives? Again, I'm not trying to speak very gross sense, and I'm not trying to disturb your mind by speaking kind of a bit grossly on this, or I'm not trying to make anyone any fearful or unnecessarily touch the wrong button or press the wrong button. But the thing I'm trying to understand, say more for myself, is death is not so fearful as the fear of death. Fear is a strong, very strong emotion. And we cannot live all without it. We all carry fear. We all are driven by fear. Sometimes fear motivates us to act, to work. Fear motivates us. Um, and many times, like, fear becomes an obstacle for us to advance. What is the obstacle for us to advance in Krishna consciousness? Is fear. And why fear? What fear? Fear of attachments, material attachments is the obstacle. On those lines only, see, another way to check this question. This question we all should check ourselves on a daily basis. How ready are we for death? Now, now, if I am pressing the wrong buttons, then I don't know. Please let me know. And I'm sorry if I am a bit disturbing you now. But take this question and this should hit us on the face. If it hits me hard, if it hits me on the face, good. How ready am I for that? Hmm? How prepared am I? If I have to die tonight, if I have to die within next 30 minutes, am I ready for it? Am I prepared for it? Am I okay with it? Am I fine, comfortable? Am I looking forward to it? Am I looking forward to it? So check yourselves on a daily basis. Night time we go to bed, check yourself. What if I do not wake up tomorrow morning? How would I feel? We cannot deny that, oh, we do not feel anything. Society does not talk on these lines. If you check uh, on these lines at with your family in the house or with friends or work people, no one is generally interested to speak on these lines, and they will say, "Oh, why do you speak so negative? Hmm? Why do you speak so negative? You are Bhagavad Gita, na? Practice Krishna consciousness, and you speak like this so negative. No, speak positive. Means what? Live in illusion. Leave the reality. Speak positive. Live in, matlab, indirectly live in illusion. Live in an escapism mode. Run away from the reality of life. Do not talk all this. Why? Because 8.3 billion people are living. No one talks like this. How many people pass away daily? Less number of people, no? 8.3 still strong population, 8 plus billion, whatever. It's not like daily millions are dying or billions are dying, say, no? And then we take as normal norm, na? What? People come into birth and people die. So, okay, fine, it's normal routine. As long as you die after 70 and 80, then it's good. You lived your life. Mm, You lived lot. You lived well. Mm. And if you die 20, 30, then okay, it's a huge setback, but over time heals. If someone dies 5-year-old, setback, strong setback, but over time heals. Thing is, how ready are we for that? How much prepared are we for that? If I have to die tonight, will I have any grudges? Will I have any complaints? Will I have any worries? Mm, Will I have any troubles? What will be my thought? Who will come to my mind? At least while living the body, if I'm living in a bit healthy conscious state, not like in complete hospitalized and under some operation, but if I'm slightly in a healthy state, say, then one can see death coming. Need not necessarily be a devotee, one sees death coming. Now, seeing death coming, what do I feel? Do I get worried by this fear? What will happen to me next? Where will I go? Take that same example. Now, you leave your house. You leave the house with mobile phone, with purse, with money, with a pen, uh, with a water bottle. You leave the house like that. uh, And then where do you go? Some options. You know that, okay, after 1 hour, I'm going to get kidnapped. Going to get kidnapped, then what happened? I will be, everything will be stolen, taken away. Money, phone, water bottle, pen, off. Everything. Or after 1 hour, what happened? I'm going to lost track and I will go end up in a jungle. Or after 1 hour, I will miss my connecting flight and all. So what will I think then? Oh, what will happen to me next? Where will I go? What will happen to me? Fear. And what will happen to those who are dependent on me? Hmm? This is a real emotion and it is very natural also. It is very natural. And this is something, lots of mercy is required to come out of the fear of fear. Lots of mercy. This is not something, okay, overnight or some theoretical understanding and we come out of it. So this is our big, big blockage is fear. Fear. And why? Because we struggle to have proper faith in Krishna. We struggle to have proper faith in the holy name. We struggle to have proper faith in scriptures. We struggle to have proper faith in a devotee. We struggle to build a relationship with Krishna. How many of us can genuinely say, I consider Krishna as my own? How many of us can genuinely say, I consider my mom and dad as my own, my mother and father as my own? All of us. I consider my brother and sister as my own. Yes. I consider my husband or wife as my own. I consider my children as my own. I consider some of my friends as my own. Right? How many of us can we say, I consider Krishna as my own? Not consider, more than consider. I know Krishna is my. I live in that relationship, that faith. If we live in that yes, I belong to Krishna. My parents also belong to Krishna. The house also belong to Krishna. Krishna is looking after all of us. Krishna is caring for all of us. Everything is fair. Everything is right. Krishna is very lenient, very merciful. And when we develop a relationship with Krishna, we will want to die. Would want to die as soon as possible. Who wants to live in this material world like that? In a material body. Not because that, okay, I'm fed up of birth, that old age disease or job tension, family tension, all those things. No. Because I find Krishna supremely attractive. And I've seen the fickleness of this world, uh, the cheap glory of this world. I've realized my identity in relationship with Radha Sham Sundar. uh, And I find their pastimes very beautiful, very sweet. Their pastimes are real. What I am doing here is just a cheap imitation. So I'm so attracted now that I'm dying to die. A sadhaka should be dying to die, literally. Arjuna had a different fear, he had a different emotion. And Krishna realized this, recognized this, and Krishna helped Arjuna come out of his fear. Likewise, us practicing Krishna consciousness, we will be able to see our fears, we will be able to deal with our fears, we will be able to see eye to eye our fear, and we will should be able to overcome that fear. Overcome that fear. And furthermore, practicing Krishna consciousness, we should be dying to die. We should be really captivated in a mode, taken over completely by the beauty of Krishna, beauty of his pastimes, his holy name. Complete. Our conception, definition of life has to change altogether. Definition, conception of life. Life is with Krishna. Life means Krishna. Life is with Krishna. So when we start gradually building our mood, sadhana, prayer, in that way and appreciate devotee association, then things come and go and things will come and go. It's fine. But we transform ourselves in our consciousness. We have to transport ourselves in our consciousness, definitely. भगवान अपने आप को किसी पे थोपते नहीं है और ना ही थोपेंगे कभी. Krishna does not load himself over anyone, neither never will he do. Swarup Jagriti has to be made. Spiritual awakening, spiritual identity awakening has to be there. Awakening in the heart has to be there. A call, a longing, a desire in the heart has to be developed. This is the purpose of sadhana. This is what sadhana means, that we develop a non sectarian mood. Mm. We develop a real desire, real longing, real hankering to see Krishna, to be with Him, and to serve Him eternally. So, with this prayer, mood, hope, aspiration note, we continue our study of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, text 26 onwards. मुक्त संगो न हमवादी धृति उत्साह समन्वित सिद्धि सिद्धयोर निर्विकार कर्ता सात्विक उच्यते. Deepti, if you can read translation purport.
Translation: One who performs his duty without association with the modes of material nature, without false ego, with great determination and enthusiasm, and without wavering in success or failure, is said to be a worker in the mode of goodness. One who performs his duty without association with the modes of material nature, without false ego, with great determination and enthusiasm, and without wavering in success or failure, is said to be a worker in the mode of goodness. A person in Krishna consciousness is always transcendental to the material modes of nature. He has no expectations for the result of the work entrusted to him because he is above false ego and pride. Still, he is always enthusiastic till the completion of such work. He does not worry about the distress undertaken. He is always enthusiastic. He does not care for success or failure. He is equal in both distress and happiness. Such a worker is situated in the mode of goodness. One who performs his duty without association with the modes of material nature, without false ego, with great determination and enthusiasm, and without wavering in success or failure, is said to be a worker in the mode of goodness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. See, in the purport it says, na, he does not care for success or failure, and yet enthusiastic. Hmm? Now, how do we understand this? Generally, we can be enthusiastic only when we are driven by result, huh? Success or failure. If we say, if someone tells us study wise, work wise, uh, any family relationship wise, that do not worry about success or failure. Okay, naturally. So this is a question. If someone tells us, do not worry about success or failure, will we find ourselves enthusiastic or will we go casual? Will we go relaxed very easy or will we be enthusiastic? If we are told, do not worry about success or failure. What do you say,
Yeah,
Reina?
that's a mode of casualty, I think.
Hmm. Dipti, Harsha, Reina, others, Anuja, relaxed, mode of casualty, casual. See, if we are given anything, na, and told, oh, just relax, it's okay, don't worry, we won't be so enthusiastic. Only we will be enthusiastic if we really cherish that person. Suppose someone really say someone really loves someone like his teacher. Someone loves his teacher and he knows that this teacher is going to retire this year. So teacher says, do not worry about success, failure, or pass or fail. Say yes, fine, and still will be enthusiastic. The student, why? Because he knows that his teacher is going to retire now. Let me make best for him, and fine, whatever the result come. I'm not doing this for the result. I'm doing this to please my teacher. Was Arjuna fighting for the result or was he fighting to please Krishna? This is the question. What do you say? This is a question. Was Arjuna fighting for the result or was he fighting to please Krishna? Was he fighting because Krishna wanted him to fight or was he fighting to uh, for the result?
Because Krishna wanted him to fight.
Mm, because Krishna wanted him to fight to please Krishna. है ना? So in material sense also we see in some family member, family relationship, or again see a coach, say a football team coach or a cricket team coach, huh, who has worked with the team for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years maybe, say, and he has really shaped the team. He has really motivated the players. All the players likes him. Now the coach wants to retire. So the team members, the coach says, do not worry about success or failure. Yes, sir, we are not playing for victory here. We are playing for your glory here. We are playing to make you happy. Even if we lose, that's fine. But we will play in the fighting spirit and we will play that it pleases you. I'm not here to uh, bring up worried about result. I'm just so that you become happy. So on these lines, we see also in societal terms. Sometimes we know some family member, say we get to know as a child what some distant family member helped my mother and father financially because we were struggling. Say now we are grown up, now we grow up and we realize okay that distant family member helped us and now he is a bit age is catching up on him. He needs some help. Huh? We will definitely help, right? Wow, you were so helpful to us. You were so good to us in our tough times. And we are not doing it as a duty or do not think that we are repaying you what you did for us. No, it is not like a transaction sort of thing we are doing. That for 20 years back you helped us and now we are helping you. We cannot repay. That was a very kind gesture on your part. Huh? But let us allow us to serve you. We want to serve you. Sometimes when you see in temples, if you find very inspiring leader, mm, in work, you find inspiring leader at family and all, then you want to go that extra mile, not because out of duty or then you go that extra mile out of love. Again, a question, extra mile. Generally say, na people extra step, extra mile, taking extra mile. Can we take extra mile out of fear, out of desire, out of duty, out of love? This is a question. Out of fear, out of desire, out of duty, out of love, can we take extra mile? Out of any of this or all of this?
Out of love, like when we love our child, when mother can do anything for her child, so out of love we can do anything.
Nice, okay. Yes, Anuja, you also saying something?
In my opinion, it's all of these, like out of love, out of desire, out of fear.
Hmm. We take extra mile out of all of this. Hmm. Sometimes out of fear, we take that extra mile, extra precautionary measure and all. Out of desire, definitely we take that extra mile. Let me work extra hours. Uh, Boss will be happy and all. And out of duty also, if someone is a cultured person, he does out of duty, he goes for the extra mile. Then out of love also, we go for the extra mile. And in very rarely we see in this world going out extra mile out of love. What does that mean, going extra mile out of love? Meaning that we really want to please the person. We are not after our ego or after our self obsession or after our agenda, what my interest or agenda is. I want to see him or her smile. I want to, it brings me joy when I see him or her smile. So out of love, I want to go take that extra mile out of love. So Arjuna fought not out of duty. He fought to please Krishna. He fought not to, not just like being equipoised. I'm not fine, Krishna. I'm fighting now without any consideration for success or failure. He was fighting to please Krishna. And pleasing Krishna means being equipoised, fight with that mood attitude. He knows the result is in the hands of Krishna. So for from his part, he still wants to do the best to make sure that we win. Hmm. He still wants to do the best, but he knows that result is in the hands of Krishna. Us, we struggle to stay enthusiastic if we are told that okay, be equipoised in success or failure. Do not worry about the result. Do not take into consideration success or failure. Can we show enthusiasm like that? Hmm? Generally, why do we get bonuses? Huh? Why do companies give bonus? So that okay, every throughout the year you get a fixed salary. Then 1 month bonus. Now many they are looking for bonus. Oh, let me 4 months after 4 months I will get bonus. 6 months I will get bonus. Let me not disturb relationships at work now. Why bonus is coming? Bonus. Oh, Christmas time. The shop will give bonus. Let me not change job now. Now let me start working a bit nicely so that I want to come in the good books of my managers. Because after 2 months there is bonus. So we cannot function because we are so conditioned and because we carry low energy. So we cannot function enthusiastically with being equipoised. No, no, no. We are not equipoised. It is a great achievement to be equipoised. But only when we bring Krishna in picture, then we can be enthusiastic naturally. Hmm? And naturally, if we bring Krishna in the center, then naturally we will be wanting to be equipoised, not worrying about the results, not taking results into consideration, success or failure. Because then we will be acting, wanting to act under the internal energy of Krishna. We would want to do, we would act just to please Krishna, to please Guru and Gaurang. So let us make this as our objective in life. Let us make this as our agenda in life. Radha Krishna Prityarth. Whatever we do it for the pleasure of Radha Krishna. Hopefully it pleases Radha Krishna. Huh? Morning waking up, hopefully it pleases to you whatever I do during the day. Night time, going to bed, it pleases you hopefully whatever I did during the day. And someone may then say, "Na, oh wow, this is simple, huh? I can just say, hopefully it pleases you whatever I do during the day, and then I do all nonsense." To begin with, okay, one may do all nonsense, and still he wouldn't be able to pray like this. But still, doing nonsense, and if he prays also like this, now what will happen? There will be more opening room for sadhu sangha, devotee association. And then in devotee association, he will surely realize, oh, I cannot do any nonsense now. I naturally wouldn't want to do any nonsense now. I genuinely want to live by this philosophy now, Radha Krishna Prityat, that whatever I do, hopefully it pleases the divine couple. That is the message of all scriptures. That is religion, that is philosophy and everything. This is the purpose of whatever our existence should be, whatever we do. This is spirituality. Yeah, this is Krishna consciousness. That hopefully the divine couple becomes pleased. It's not like they are any displeased. No, they are never dissatisfied. They are always Satchidananda Vigraha. Na? But hopefully, with my endeavor, with my thought, with my intent, with my desire, I am able to put a smile on their face. Again, it's not like they're morose or nothing. No, no. And what smile can I potentially put on their face? I'm so tiny, miny, na? What smile can I put on their face? What happiness can I give to them? What is lacking for them? And I am such a conditioned soul. How can I make them happy? But it is still that desire, just like a child, na? Child is in ignorance. He does not know, oh, what can I do for my mother? Mother's birthday is coming or father birthday is coming. But the child still, he does something. He makes some cake. He makes some food, or makes a card. How bad the card could be, है ना? How poor he, by making a false cake, he creates more mess for his mother. Say, but the child has this heart. Mother, please be pleased. Father, please be pleased. I'm making this effort for you. I'm doing this for you. Huh? This is to make you smile. He's maybe taking money also from his parents to buy something for them. But what? I have brought this for you. I got. He doesn't think, na? Child never thinks, oh, but you gave the money or money is yours. So, no, no, no. So all these sorts of intellectual, philosophical things and all do not come about when we are in genuine love. Ah, Philosophy is very much required to come into Krishna consciousness to sustain and all everything. But then philosophy is also has to be given up. What have we got to do with philosophy? We are nothing. We have got nothing to do with philosophy. We have only one business: attachment towards Radha Krishna, attachment towards Guru Gaurang. Ah, In their joy is our joy. If they are not happy, we are not happy. That thing. So if this becomes the sutra of our life, if we act on these principles, then you see all philosophy will come about. Every philosophical point and all from Shastras, everything will come about. When I prepare myself for this vision only to please Guru and Gaurang, when I genuinely realize, wow, how blessed I am, or how blessed I have been made, or how blessed am I being made, how divine are devotees, how transcendental is Krishna. So when I genuinely appreciate and I see their fortune, their vision, their bhav, their mood and all, when I desire to emulate them uh, with all this and giving away any form of self-obsession, then when I see, read, hear, chant, all philosophical insights will come about. The purpose is not to become philosophically strong or anything, no. These are not the purpose. The purpose is to become attached to Krishna out of love. To develop that hankering, that mood, that desire to see Krishna. We have so many desires. And where is do we have this desire to see Krishna? How strong is that desire if we have that desire? And how are we acting? If someone may say, I have this desire and it is strong enough, then how is that person acting? Because we know we have desire to do job, to make money, to buy car and family and all these things, and we act accordingly then. Now, if I say no, I have desire to see Krishna, then I must be acting accordingly. And it is just the desire will bring Krishna to us. Just desiring. We do not have much in our hands and we cannot do much also. Uh, no one has attained Krishna out of some action by doing some great action or no. Those who have attained out of mercy only, out of prayer, out of crying, out of developing a desire. So Bhagavad Gita is a book, philosophical book, instructions and all. Now one may live, we may want to live very textbook. Bhagavad Gita teachings and all, Krishna conscious teachings, very textbook. But now utpadayati adhiratim, shramevai kevalam. If living so textbook, but if we do not manage to develop an attachment towards Krishna, what is the good use of learning shlokas and going such textbook and all? Of course, one may say, yeah, this is still pious sukritis, this is still good. It is. It keeps us on the fence of dharma, on the fence of religion, and hopefully keeps again more windows open, doors open for more sadhu sangha. Mm. But see, now us practicing Krishna consciousness, we cannot rely on the future. We cannot rely on next life. We cannot just live on life next life. No, we cannot rely that yes, I will get good association next and all this. No, no. Now is the time to act. Okay, any thoughts, questions, or comments or clarification? What a transformation.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Venus?
Hare Krishna. I was thinking, yeah, you were mentioning about, you said about how how we should aim for, you know, doing things for others. Like it's sort of like that we reach this point where we kind of like think about like, oh, how can I please others, and kind of like just always kind of like think about like not like putting like all the selfish thoughts on the side, and more like about how can I please others. But I guess it's like at the same time kind of like how to not fake this sort of like action, kind of like how to not like fall in this trap where you kind of like you're like imitating, and you kind of like, so it's like it's not quite real, and so like how to kind of like avoid
Well,
making
please
things.
others. By others, do you mean people? Then we can never please people.
Yeah.
People become never pleased. People can never be pleased. Person can never be pleased. Devotees, they can always be pleased. Devotees are always generally pleased, naturally pleased. Krishna is already pleased. Hmm. It's not like I do something and then he will become pleased. He's naturally, normally already pleased. Again, that child buying a card for his mom and dad. Mom and dad are already pleased. Just the moment, see this, the moment child thought, okay, next week is my mother's birthday. And the moment the child thought or planned, that very moment, mother became pleased. And now mother is just in anticipation that next week the birthday comes and mother is doing what? Facilitating everything for the child to do that surprise to her mother. Look, huh? Not mother knows that he wants to do this surprise to me, make a cake for me, and clean the house, hmm, and wake up early that day, and does not want to. All that. So mother is doing what? Okay, 1 week. Mother also wants to keep this surprise and all. Hmm, and oh wow, what a surprise! I didn't know this. That sort of thing. So mother is already pleased. It's not like mother is displeased. On those lines, Krishna is say already pleased only. It's just if we can keep up that motivation, if we can keep up that spirit, that is the only challenge. If we can become humble and if we can acknowledge Krishna, we are no match for you. We are no match for. Who can attain Krishna? Who can match with Krishna? Only one who has realized that Krishna, I am no match for you. Then Krishna will be comfortable. Yes, okay, good. If you realize you are no match for me, then you will follow whatever I say. Hmm? You will agree to whatever I say. And whatever I do with you, rough or loving, you will be fine because you know that you are no match for me. So you know that my intelligence, my way of working is different, or whatever way it is, you are happy with it. So pleasing people, people can never be pleased. Even if a small family, na, mother and father say, and three children only, but no, can never be pleased. People can never be pleased. It's a fact. Cannot please people. Uh, but devotees, yes, they can be pleased. Krishna is already pleased. Krishna can be pleased. Guru Gaurang can be pleased. That doesn't mean we carry a cold heart towards people and we become blunt or tell them on the face, look, mother, father, or friend, or neighbor, or stranger, or Mr. Bus Driver, I'm not here to please you. Why? Because you are just a people, and I've heard people cannot be pleased. So, fine if you're not pleased with me. I realize you are just a people, and now it is proven that people cannot be pleased. No, no, that's not our attitude. Thing is, we serve Vaishnavas, hmm, and we show compassion to others. So when we work with this model, na, then we will find ourselves okay. On this pleasing thing, Renas share screen Bhagavad Gita 5.7. Read the translation. Share screen, Renas 5.7. Read the translation. See, we are very much Krishna conscious. Just attitude building is required, proper, and maintaining that attitude. Read
Uh,
translation.
one who walks in devotion, who is pure soul, and who controls his mind and senses is dear to everyone, and everyone is dear to him. Though always working, such a man is never entangled.
Yeah. So we should work in this vision. We should work with this attitude, this understanding, this teaching, this instruction, guidance. Keep it on the screen once. Hmm. Then working like this, we will never be entangled. We'll be pleased. Everyone will be happy with us. And we will also try to represent ourselves very fairly. Say. So one who works in devotion. Thing is devotion, and devotion is always towards Krishna only. One who works in devotion means one who is in living with Krishna Preeti, in his heart carrying love, है ना? In his heart carrying love for Krishna. So as we say na, heart is for Krishna, face is for the world. Huh? Is it not? Do you agree? Heart is for Krishna and face is for the world. Okay, then the screen can be removed. We have to give our heart to Krishna and face to the world. Face meaning yes, we are with you. We also we are with you and all like that. That yes. Face meaning duty wise and all. Duty towards this world. Heart to Krishna, love for Krishna. No one can ever fulfill his duty. Can we ever fulfill our duty? Howsoever good taxpayers we could be, we can never fulfill our duty. We can never say that, okay, yes, I did all good things for my parents. I did all good things for my. For one person, can we say that I did all good things? No. So we can never fulfill our duty, but we can try to approach love for Krishna. Just we need one Vaishnava, one person whom we can love. wholeheartedly. That is our duty. That should become our duty. mm, to find a one, search a Vaishnava. See, human life is meant to inquire into the Supreme, and devotee life is meant to find out a pure devotee of the Lord. Human life is meant to find out Krishna, search for Krishna, say, to inquire into the Supreme. And when one starts that inquiry, then what? He becomes a devotee. He's transforming from human to devotee. And then he realizes, well, actually, devotee's life is meant to what? To search out for a pure devotee of the Lord. That is the real inquiry Krishna wants us to do. And our ultimate duty is to find one Vaishnava whom we can love wholeheartedly. That is our ultimate duty. Then, keeping that duty and that love at the center, we then try to act in the society, not to displease anyone. People at work, friends, and all know. And we try to be good, we try to be gentle. So, face is for this society, face is for the world, heart is for Krishna. Any other thoughts, questions, or comments? Okay, let us read next text 28, no, 27 now, right? Yeah, 27. Ragi karma phala prepshur himsat himsatmako suchi harsha shokanvita karta rajasa parikirtita. Okay, now that Harsha's name has come, so how can we not ask Harsha to read this shloka then? Harsha, read translation kar. Hmm.
Thank you, Prabhuji. The worker who is attached to work and the fruits of work, desiring to enjoy those fruits, and who is greedy, always envious, impure, and moved by joy and sorrow, is said to be in the mode of passion. A person is too much attached to a certain kind of work or to the result because he has too much attachment for materialism or hearth and home, wife and children. Such a person has no desire for higher elevation in life. He is simply concerned with making this world as materially comfortable as possible. He is generally very greedy and he thinks that anything attained by him is permanent and never to be lost. Such a person is envious of others and prepared to do anything wrong for sense gratification. Therefore, such a person is unclean and he does not care whether his earning is pure or impure. He is very happy if his work is successful and very much distressed when his work is not successful. Such is the worker in the mode of passion. The worker who is attached to work and the fruits of work, desiring to enjoy those fruits, and who is greedy, always envious, impure, and moved by joy and sorrow, is said to be in the mode of passion.
घुंघरू की तरह बजता ही रहा हूँ मैं. ये have you heard this song? You must be knowing, na? Harsha Dipti.
Yes, I've heard this song many a times.
Huh? Old Bollywood song. घुंघरू की तरह बजता ही रहा हूँ मैं. कभी इस पाँव में कभी उस पाँव में बजता ही रहा हूँ मैं. घुंघरू is what? Ankle bells. Hmm? Ankle bell. So now some dancers they put on ankle bell, right? And what is the life of ankle bell? See, as you take a step, the ankle bell is like shaking, right? The ankle bell is like, okay, someone is making me go up and down like a pendulum. Huh? As you walk, as you take a step, so the ankle bell makes a noise. One takes a step, the ankle bell moves forward, comes backward. And when you dance, then it's like, okay, ankle bell is like complete. Walking is still okay for the ankle bell. Uh, Pajeb, payal na. Walking na. So while walking, okay, ankle bell is a bit in motion, but a bit peacefully in motion. Hmm. Okay, he knows, the ankle bell knows. Okay, fine. I'm going little bit front, little bit straight, coming back, little bit front, coming back, and it's very gentle. Okay. Now, when one starts dancing and different dance steps and moods, oh, ankle bell, wow, so fast dancing now, so slow, fast, slow, this, that, left, right, wow. Hmm. So that is mode of passion. Mode of passion is like see boxing kit and you are completely boxing, na punching, 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 punching. So one someone who is driven by this disease, by this bug for sense enjoyment, one who has been, we all are, who is not, we all are, for sense enjoyment, bitten by this bug. This is the heaviest bug, the disease. If we are bitten by this sense enjoyment, then we will experience lots and lots of sense frustration. Lots and lots of. The more we are addicted to sense pleasure, the more we will experience sense dissatisfaction, frustration. That is material life. Mm. Material life means what? Uh, samjhota. How do you say samjhota in English?
Compromise.
Mm. Compromise, settlement. Material life means making a settlement, making a compromise. Okay, let us settle, let us compromise. And material life means what? समझौता में समाधान. So how to say this in English, Deepti, Harsha? समझौता में समाधान. सही बात है ना? समझौता में
Satisfaction in compromising. Don't know. Just literally translating it.
Yeah, समाधान, is it satisfaction or समाधान is more like resolve? Satisfaction is different in a way. It's like resolve. Finding a resolve in what? Okay, compromise. Look, that is material life. Means make yourself happy with a compromise. Fine, we go with this deal. Ah, in my dreams, I dream for who? I dream for Hema Malini, Madhuri Dixit, some celebrity. Huh? But who do I end up with? Okay, fine, we settle down here. In my dreams, I dream to be like a Messi, or I dream to be working in this company, earning this much, or I dream to have this car. But where do I settle down? Fine, I settle down here. Huh? Material life means what? Resolve. Finding our resolve, huh, in a compromise. We are always in a living in a compromising situation. Are we not? Huh? Batao, if we are not compromising every time in life, we live in compromise only. Okay, fine. Settle and move on. Settle and move on. And too much materially engrossed means we are snatched away the power to think. The power to think is snatched away from someone who is too passionate. Material energy then does not let him or her think, inquire, take a pause, assess, make some changes, reflect. No, too engrossed in sense enjoyment से. So घुंघरू की तरह बजते ही रहे हैं हम. That is material life. Just like ankle bells, na, they are always being beaten or shaking or making noises, na, continuously. Likewise, us also. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So much. Material life again means what? Fluctuation. Stock market, na, fluctuates. Likewise in material life, fluctuation, always fluctuation, never static, never static. So someone who is too attached to work and the fruits of work, desiring to enjoy those fruits, wow, who is greedy, always envious, impure, moved by joy. Many times reading translations and purport like this, it is like this is me all over. Hmm? Read chapter 16 and any such chapters, translation purport, something of these lines, we see ourselves, we can see ourselves. Wow, Krishna is showing me the mirror. Look who you are. Huh? I We always carry a much better image of ourselves many a times. Hmm. We carry a much better image of ourselves. I'm not that bad after all. And for others, we struggle to find them in good light. He's stuck there, she's stuck here. This is her problem, that is her problem. My problem also I may be knowing, but I'm not so affected by my own problem or something. Anyways, but Krishna is definitely showing us the mirror. Look who you are, who we are. But see, in material world, if someone shows us the mirror, we feel very down. Then we feel very low. We feel insulted. Oh, look, no, he insults me. She insults me. I won't spend time with her. But in Bhagavad Gita, if Krishna shows us the mirror also, still we do not feel that humiliated, even though material energy is humiliating. Material energy humbles us through humiliation. Yeah? Material life, material energy, sense gratification humbles us through humiliation. कितने थप्पड़ मार मार के फिर हमें शांति ऐसे कराती है ना. So this is a different, like Krishna, even though he's showing the mirror to us, still it is not like offending or I feel very insulted. No, rather I take a delight because this is based on purity, on absolute truth. And when this reality is revealed, I find so peace. Otherwise, I struggle. Who can say with hand in heart, oh, yes, I am a conditioned soul, I'm very filthy, my heart is impure? No. But as devotees, we do not shy away. We easily realize, we easily acknowledge. This is something we are not proud of, though, huh, but we know. And we are work in progress. We are working. So anything work in progress means there is going to be, it is not finished product. Na? So give it time. It is not finished product. It is still ongoing work in progress. So when something is work in progress means there is going to be some ups and downs. Huh? Has any project ever ended on time? No, na. So we are also work in progress. Just carry on. Keep calm and carry on. Chant Hare Krishna. Just continue building the right attitude, the right mood, uh, the right understanding, the right desire, everything like that. So we are here not for externals, not to sound good, to look good, or not for external, that how good dhoti kurta can I wear, how good tilak can I put on. Of course, that does not mean we should not wear dhoti kurta nicely. We should put nicely and all. But we are after an internal shift in consciousness, a real transformation, internal transformation. And until and unless we develop that internal mood, internal cry, internal longing, internal separation, internal pain, we are not at all advancing in Krishna consciousness. Not at all. Advancement is not on externals. Advancement is not on piling up information in Krishna consciousness. This shloka, that shloka, here, there, this mantra, that mantra, all these things. No, advancement is in building attachment. Okay, any thoughts, questions, or comments?
It's like I'm not actually in control of my emotions. It's kind of can be a bit unclear how to build that mood.
Mm-hmm.
I guess with a short frame of vision, it can feel like you're not getting anywhere.
We all are advancing in Krishna consciousness. We may not be able to see ourselves, though. Mm. And yeah, our advancements place could be very slow and all. But because we are practicing Krishna consciousness, because we are associating with devotees, reading, hearing, chanting, so we are getting purified for sure. But it could be a slow process of purification. It could be a, now to make that slow process of purification a very fast process is taking shelter of devotee, then building that faith. Actually, we were discussing the sectarian, non-sectarian thing. Krishna consciousness is not a cult. It is not a cult. Hmm. But it is actually a cult only. It is actually a cult only. In the sense, following the lead of a pure devotee of Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. So it is a cult. What does general meaning or this of cult is? S- Google Renas Dipti Arsha. Google what does cult mean? Hmm. I think Google Maharaj will tell us cult is like following a religion, following a person, uh, the lead of a person in an organized religion, something like that. Google and let us know what does Google say. Cult. Cult, I think it comes from maybe culture or when we follow a person blindly or with faith, whichever. But when we follow a person, so and generally, cult is a definitely a negative connotation, negative meaning that you have been brainwashed, you have been what sort of lured, hypnotized, uh, you have been influenced, brainwashed to follow a leader, brainwashed to follow a sect, an organization like that. But so Krishna consciousness is not cult in that sense. No, it is not cult in that sense that we follow some wrong person, we follow some wrong path, we follow some wrong teachings, and we are completely antisocial against the society or very weird. No, no. It's very idealistic path, very pure, idealistic, real teachings based on teachings of Mahaprabhu. And yes, it is a cult in the sense following the lead of a pure devotee. So, what does cult say? The definition in Google?
Yeah, Prabhuji, same like following someone, one organization or one person, and some synonyms are um, fashion, craze,
Passion.
fashion,
Oh,
craze.
fashion. Hmm. Hmm. So, see, football cult, fashion cult, है ना? Football, if Messi, Ronaldo, or Harry Kane, they change their hairstyle, the whole world changes their hairstyle. No? If some of this, what is her name? I always forget. Taylor Swift, very popular singer, no? Taylor Swift, some award winners and all. Now, if she writes some songs like this, I don't know, makeup or dresses and all, and the many such, na. Now everyone follows. Cult, no, fashion cult, sports cult, politics also many cult only, uh, authoritarian or this sort of thing. Where science is also many like a cult only. Stephen Hawking had such a great followership even now. Uh, Now this is such a thing, na, in India and maybe outside of India. We do not know science, we do not know scientific concepts, principles, theories. We have not read, but just we know some person, Stephen Hawking, and whatever he says must be true, must be good. Huh? We follow, and we are so enamored. Oh, such a genius on wheelchair, but look at his brain. So we are so enamored and captivated. We don't know what is what, but still, if Stephen Hawking has said, great. And if Srila Prabhupada says, then we have so many questions around it. An ideal teacher, Prabhupada, na? An ideal person. So that is, Krishna consciousness is not a cult, but actually it is a cult. The perfection of Krishna consciousness is following the lead of a pure devotee of Krishna. That is, there lies the perfection. Hmm. Walking the path of a pure devotee. There lies the perfection. That is the message. That is the thing. Uh, That is the culmination of all philosophy, knowledge, and Shastra, and all of these things. What? Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati. Uttama means what? Transcendental. Hmm. Beyond darkness. Hmm. Gati means destination. Shri Guru Charane Rati. Rati means what? Attachment. Not just worship, or not just, oh, my Guru Maharaj is so great. He's so great that I maintain a huge distance with him. He's so great that I just see him at Vyas Puja. He's so great that I don't, I fear, worry to be any close with him. What if he asks me to do something and all? Hmm. Shri Guru Charane Rati. Rati means attachment. In attachment, worship is there. More than worship is friendship. Hmm. Can attachment be just out of worship, or for attachment there has to be friendship? This is a question. Can attachment, another word for attachment is, can I say, is bonding? Hmm? Bonding. Can bonding be there out of worship, out of a mood of reverence, awe and reverence, or out of mood of friendship?
I
So,
believe friendship.
mm, spiritual master, Vaishnavas, they are worth worship, definitely, way more worth than worship. And now is what? Developing a bonding, a friendship, purity. When there is purity na, in that relationship, then there will never be disconnect. When there is purity. So when we follow the heart, the lead of a pure devotee of Krishna, uh, without any other ulterior motive, deviation, and all, then that mercy will transpire definitely. Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttamagati. How many times we read this? How many times we sing this? We may end up reading all 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita 18 times. But if we do not get this message, then we are not progressing in Krishna consciousness. Then we have not understood Krishna consciousness. Uh, This is the sutra, this is the epitome, this is the purpose, this is the real thing, this is the message. And why do we not come across this message? Because we are a bit self obsessed. We are a bit too hung up with our own academic or intellectual capacity and all, too sattvic, too cultured, maybe, that I think that I already know a lot and all. So, all these things push us away. Apparently, practicing Krishna consciousness, or practicing also in reality, but there is not much juice in that practice. But if we are wanting to be friendship with some devotee and all, then we can dedicate our life easily. Krishna consciousness is to dedicate life, na, for the rest of the life. And for that we need a real inspiration, a living figure, an inspiration, living figure. So yeah, Krishna consciousness is not a cult in worldly sense, but in spiritual sense, in purity sense, it is exactly a cult. It is a proper cult. It is a cult. Okay, any other thoughts, questions, or comments? Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so that's not cult. The organization or the person or the head, the leader has excessive control. Excessive meaning full control, absolute control over its followers. Huh? And we have seen there are some spiritual teachers in the world history we can see that they had full control. So much so then they went into all nonsense things and all, doing drugs, selling drugs, whatnot, intoxication and wrong teachings and wrong living. So that has full control, like autonomy, na? Government has full autonomy, say. Tanashahi, tyrant, immune, that the leader is immune and everyone follows whatever the leader says. You cannot say no to him. You have to follow. You cannot say no. You are sold, body, mind, and soul, to that leader. So all this sounds very dangerous, isn't it? All this sounds so wow. Huh? Every mother will say, don't get into all of this. No, stay away. So people want to stay away from organized religion, organized functioning, and all. But believe it or not, Krishna consciousness is a cult. It is a cult. Now, can I sell myself, body, mind, and soul, to a devotee of Krishna if I want perfection in Krishna consciousness? Can I sell myself, body, mind, and soul? And this selling myself body does not again mean that, okay, misusing my body or let the other person say exploit me physically. No, no, no. Sell myself, body, mind, and soul, meaning dedicate myself in line with Guru Sadhu Shastra. So this is why it is a cult, but not in what we see in the traditional, in the worldly sense as per the definition of cult. No, not like that. It is a cult in pure sense, in complete pure sense. Arjuna, did he dedicate his body, mind, and soul to Krishna in this after this dialogue? During this dialogue? Yeah, he did. He did, no? And that is what is required. And before acting, at least mentally, I must dedicate myself. At least I may pray to have that desire, na? Don't take this pressure that, okay, oh, wow, it's so dangerous. How can I do this? I cannot dedicate myself fully, body, mind, and soul. I cannot do this. This is beyond me. About a desire, na? Develop a desire. And this will desire will come naturally when we associate with devotees. Physical association is very much required. It's very much required. Not just physical is required, and not just this distant is required. Both is required, but physical is very helpful. Physical meaning close proximity association, because in that everything then comes about, na, that bond, building that bond, building that trust. Mm. So yes, and living person, living personality, living figure. See Prahlad Maharaj, such a inspiration. Dhruva Maharaj, but where are they in Shastras? They are not in person in front of us right now. Yeah. So we need some living personality. Living personality. So Krishna consciousness is not a cult in the worldly sense, but it is a pure, proper cult in pure spiritual sense. Following the lead of a pure devotee of Krishna is Krishna consciousness. As simple as that. So human life is meant to first inquire into the Supreme. And when we become inquisitive, where should it lead us? Oh, leave the Supreme, find the devotee of the Supreme. Eh, there, that yes. If I can search for the pure devotee of Krishna, then Krishna will reveal himself to me. That is the way out. This is the three way or the triangle, na? Like in schools, they form a triangle, na? What? Teacher, student, and parent. And we cooperate in this model triangle sort of teacher, student, parent, or teacher, football coach, student, and parents. How is my child performing all these things? So for us devotees practicing Krishna consciousness, what is our triangle? Krishna, hmm, and Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. That is one angle. Another Krishna and Sadhaka. That is our triangle. Any thoughts, questions, or comments? Or okay, let us see next 28, I believe. Na? Ayukta prakrita stabda satho neskrito alasa visadi dirga sutri cha karta tamasa uchyate. Anujari translation purport if you can. Text 28 it should be.
The worker who is always engaged in work against the injunctions of the scripture, who is materialistic, obstinate, cheating, and expert in insulting others, and who is lazy, always morose, and procrastinating, is said to be a worker in the mode of ignorance. In the scriptural injunctions, we find what sort of work should be performed and what sort of work should not be performed. Those who do not care for those injunctions engage in work not to be done, and such persons are generally materialistic. They work according to the modes of nature, not according to the injunctions of the scripture. Such workers are not very gentle, and generally they are always cunning and expert in insulting others. They are very lazy, even though they have some duty, they do not do it properly and they put it aside to be done later on. Therefore, anything which can be done in an hour, they drag on for years. Such workers are situated in the mode of ignorance. The worker who is always engaged in work against the injunctions of the scripture, who is materialistic, obstinate, cheating, and expert in insulting others, and who is lazy, always morose, and procrastinating, is said to be a worker in the mode of ignorance.
Now look Arjuna's condition situation. Na? He was so helpless, so demotivated, so depressed. What did Krishna do? He did not lure Arjuna by some prospect of heaven, huh, that you will attain heaven and all. No, no. Krishna did not lure or seduce him with any such temporary material goals and all. Hmm. Neither Krishna made him very fearful or act him through fear. Anuja, you read the translation again, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So he did not lure him with some benefits, some perks and all, nor did he make him fear or nor did he insult or made him look down and all. The only thing Krishna is doing to Arjuna is giving himself to him, hmm, revealing himself to Arjuna. Why? Because Arjuna surrendered, na? Arjuna said what? Shishyasteham sadi mam tvam prapannam. I am a disciple, a surrendered soul, a disciple, surrendered now at your lotus feet, fully surrendered. And what did Krishna do? When Arjuna became a disciple, Krishna revealed himself to him. Ah, Krishna then came to him, Krishna made him a devotee. Ah, the path to becoming a devotee is by becoming a disciple. The day we become a disciple, then we have become, naturally we become a devotee then. Like many say, na, naturalization in terms of citizenship and this, okay, naturalization. That you fulfill this criteria and then naturally, as a result or naturally consequence or you are accepted. No? So that thing, the day we become a disciple is the day we'll become a devotee. Is the day we become a disciple is the day we become accepted by Krishna. And in order to become a disciple means what? To allow to be disciplined. Disciple is one who allows himself to be disciplined. Na? So under the guidance, under the care and shelter, under the protection of a divine personality, we voluntarily allow ourselves to be disciplined. So it is an ongoing process, a continuous process. It is not like to really worry too much. Oh no, I'm not like I'm not very surrendered. How can I take initiation? Arre Baba, take his initiation and then become surrendered. Na? It's not like first I surrender and then take initiation. Initiation means what? To initiate the process of surrender. At least I have the desire, I have the willingness. Mm, uh, At least I want to. I see. And then it's the practice. Then it's the practice. This is how we function in society, job wise and everything wise. Okay, we have checked the company. In interview, they ask, right? Tell us what do you want to work for this company. People say, na, before going an interview, read about the company. Ah, and if you can tell them this profit you have been making, you have these many staff, these many centers, and all these things. So, in interview, why do you want to work for us? And other things, na? In life. This is how we function in life. So, little bit of knowing each other that we have initiated the relationship of now and we know each other. And then we go into a relationship, guru disciple relationship, which then relationship should be of love, not just formal worship, not just formal awe and reverence, not just formal respect. Respect is included. Respect is included. Respect is not the end of it. No. Ah, then relationship should get transformed, converted into a bonding, into love. And when we are in love, then we wouldn't make mistakes. Mm. Then, when we are in love, we will be free from this right and wrong sort of thing, good or bad sort of thing. Then we will be driven by love. And that is when we want to go the extra mile. Extra mile we can go out of fear also. Extra mile we can go out of desire also, out of duty also. But when we go extra mile out of love, then it is pure selfless. Then it is selfless means what? Humility. You know? That everything for the joy of the beloved. Mm. That is real selflessness. That everything for the joy of the beloved. So when we act like that, that is acting out of pure love. And this is what Krishna wants. Krishna will reveal himself to someone who is humble. Then Krishna has no problem in revealing himself to someone who is humble. Humble meaning genuine, who is real, who appreciates Krishna, who lets Krishna as he is, who doesn't find fault with Krishna, who does not find fault with Krishna's abode, dham, who does not find fault with Krishna's Leela pastimes. uh, who always knows that yes, Krishna, you are brilliant, you are super duper brilliant, brilliant. Even if I am rough or made tough, but still wow, you are God to see great. Oh, Krishna, you are great altogether. So that mood we have to develop, that aspiration, that vision, that loving. So we have to really, sadhana is what again? Coming to this love, this appreciation, uh, building this attitude and working on it. Then naturally all good qualities will come about when we are driven by this motivation and driven by this desire, this appreciation that wow, what a blessing has come upon us. How much grateful we are being made. If we can be grateful of this causeless mercy of Krishna, then we can keep ourselves protected. Even in then naturally see, then naturally we will be enthusiastic despite of success or failure. Then naturally we would want to give our best and we will be out of result mentality, good or bad and all. Then we won't be driven by the temptation or the temporariness of this world. Then we will be free from fear or out of fear. Then we will be welcoming death. We want to die. We want to die to live eternally. So then otherwise see life now it's like going into a jungle only. We are going into a jungle. Jungle means lost. Jungle means dense. Jungle means disruption, unclarity, mm, uncertainty, bad environment. Jungle means what? Bad network. No internet, no WhatsApp, Facebook. Look how tension we will feel na if we are out of internet, no WhatsApp, Facebook. That so we will be free of this jungle only when we fall in love with Krishna. Uh, when we when we want to see the heart of Krishna, say, when we appreciate out of love, then we can resist with the temptations and then we can see the temporariness and we will be okay. Then we will be driven by eternity. So make this life a aim, a goal, a plan for eternity. बाबा सोचने में क्या पैसा जाता है ना Does it cost any money to think big? Does it cost any money to think big or say big? So at least think big, na? Think for eternal life. Think for eternity. Dream about eternity. Dream about eternal life. When we dream for eternity, Krishna will make that dream a reality. But because we dream for temporariness only, so we are stuck in temporary. Now, whatever our level of sadhana is, we have to see ourselves as an associate of Krishna. Do not shy. Uh, think, imagine we are an associate of Krishna. We are on that direction, we are in that path. Then we will be experiencing a different motivation. We will be experiencing a different shift in our consciousness. We'll be becoming more pure then. mm, we'll be more active, we'll be more intelligent, how to deal with this world. We will be then showing our face properly in this world. We won't be getting entangled with this world then. And we will be always satisfied then, irrespective of the outcomes. When I see myself as an associate of Krishna, when I desire, when I work for that, dream of it, no? Dream that this is my last life. Next life, I'm an associate of Krishna. Living in this body, I am becoming an associate of Krishna. That is spiritual life, becoming an associate of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Otherwise, it is a natural, normal course. How do people leave their body? Mostly what? Disease, some hospitalization here, there, some road accident, some accident, some sudden, some natural and all. We will also die one day. We will pass away, give up this body one day for sure. But before giving up that body, what is the harm in dreaming big? Uh, Play this lottery. Krishna will make us give us the jackpot. Think for eternity. When we think on these lines, then we take good association. We will not become like Sahajya, cheap. No, no. We'll be very protective. We will be very pure and internally develop this mood. You were saying something, Anuja? Okay. Any other thoughts, questions, or comments? Okay, then we leave it here. Tomorrow we'll continue chapter 18 and tomorrow we'll start from text 29 onwards. Huh? Thank you very much for your kind participation and encouragement. We meet up tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.